which was Moitzi Shemra. And eventually that Rav had his 2 kids go off the derech, and he came very sick, got punished very badly. Because it's brought down Gemara in Brachas that if you try to listen to the source of a Talmud Chacham, you can eventually get very sick. So those who are going to be in the Madrega of Avraham Avinu, working the way Madrega of Avraham Avinu, and the working of the Madrega of Doya Chatish Tzadik is going to be safe from the Megafis of the Chamas, and obviously if they're going to obviously work to be Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov, they're going to be roya to be able to be zeichet to the Gula. If not, they're going to fall for the sly words of the Bnei Moav, which is those Rishonim, and listen to them, be nimichshol in snus and what's it called, and then mishkav zachar in order to make money, Chas v'shalom. Those are not going to be roya for the Gula. They eventually get stage 5 cancer and pass away. So this boils down also. We're going to eventually be roya to this pasuk again. As we aim Moshe Olam al Tiro, Yisyatzu Yeshu As Hashem Ashias Lachem Hayoim Ki Asher Isam Es Mitzrayim Hayim L'Sasif L'Oisam Eida Hadoilam. We'll be able to say to the entire world when we leave Golus that these Mitzrayim, these Goyim who were seen, eventually who gave us sorrows till now, these Bnei Malek, Bnei Hitler and everything, gave us sorrows till now, they'll all disappear. Hashem is going to kill them out. And the funny thing is, the one that I said in one of my shmuzim, that when Hitler came through the war, he came to America to become a ger. So the person who was Megai here, it was the Minsker Rebbe's grandfather. Father actually, and all those Rabbanim that didn't want him to be Megai, since he revealed himself to them, he had his Nazi gang destroyed them and killed them out. And one of the Rabbanim he killed very badly because this person told him, "I'm not being Megai you." And one of these terrible things he said he did like Nebuchadnezzar did and all those Rishon did. He grabbed young Bachrim before he killed them. He was sucked on their aver and sucked out their zera, so they should be machris zera. He had this terrible. He felt like he was going to get a spiritual koyach from this tumah that he's doing that like their Sham did, and his children and ancestors and descendants try to make Klal Yisrael do the same things, to be mushkav zachar and be, which is a Isra Malkus, basically Malkus Mardis. If a person sucks on Yenam's Aver, doing Mushkav Zachar, is Isra Malkus Mardis. And that's what they tried to do to me several times. Several occasions while they drugged me and several things they did to me several times. And they tried to set me up in different places, Chas v'shalom. And I tried to show them Issa and the Torah and they would run away. So that's how bad they tried to affect me to do this and every time I ran away, I said, Hashem, please help me get away from these people. And I read the parasha again, of all the Surim, of Gala Erva, which these people make sure that when they're Mav Sedra, they skip these parashas, so they shouldn't be doing tshuva ever from their Averis, which that's what the Pell's family and the Unger's family do. When if they are Mavaseder, they make sure their kids and their relatives shouldn't ever say those psukim, so they shouldn't be returned Chas v'shalom to be chayzer b'tshuva from their Averis. So he came to that Rav and he told him that he did that, and that Rav said, "You'll never be able to do tshuva, and you'll never be able to become a ger. And not only that, you'll never be able to have children. If you do have children, they'll all be menovel." And that Rav's word was true. It's all the Ungers Yimach Shemam and all the Pels, all those descendants from Hitler, all menovolim, and they all try to be mushkas people to mushkav zachar and gila royas, and people should the mizana people's wives, and they have a whole system on computer even which kid affect who, which they try to keep a track, who did what, who did this, who has kesher with whom. They have a whole system of prostitutes, basically, these people, of how to hook up people with Maisa Erva, Dovas Nus. That's how the sick they are. And yet they're trying to be guarding me. They try to affect me while I was living with my real mother. They tried to attack my real mother and make her as I know, which I don't know how they were. So far they were successful. And they tried to affect me. And they tried to do things to me, like Hashem guarding me, and I'm able to go to sleep, the Hashem Avaya covering myself to protect myself from them trying to affect me while I'm trying to sleep, to Mishkav, to be Meitzah Matala Chas Hashem with the satellites, what they're trying to do, the Kishuv and everything, what they did to me in the past, in the basements and all the apartments that they did to me, the tzaras that these people did to me. Hashem, take revenge. Like it says, Yehivish Mechama Yehivish Shemai. Yehovash Mechama Yehovash Shemai. Hashem is the very powerful person. He has no limits to his power. And he can eventually take revenge from all these people, no matter what they've done. Me, it doesn't affect, because I'm harving and Torah, I'm learning blot after blot. And it's not disturbing me, it's not affecting me. I thank Hashem for these sorrows, so I'm able to encourage myself closer to Torah and Torah. Because all these sorrows tell me that the only thing that keep you away from that is Torah. Torah keeps you away from these things. And that's the only thing that was able to keep you. My ex-brother-in-law, he had me over while I was married to my wife by his house. What did he do to me? He drugged me. Middle of the night, he was boil me from the rear and had me boil my wife at the same time while she was a nida. That's what he did. That's how terrible he did. That's what type of monopoly this person was. See, this is what the Ein Hitler do, these Rishayim. But what can we do? We have to get out of these things. And Hashem was media me what they did to me. And he told me how to get out of it. To learn, of course, several times. Get myself out of being nishon in the Aveira. And I did that, Baruch Hashem. And even though they're watching me right now, saying all this on video and everything, like I ain't really always in Shemas, but that's in the Rebbeinu Shem's world as well. No matter if people are watching and everything. And it says, destroy your enemy as well. Like people ask me, how did we see that in World War II when Hashem attacked the Germans? How did he help Klal Yisrael? So as we see, as we look at the globe from south to north, as Hashem placed his body across the world and took his right hand with Russia first and attacked the Germans, then with his left hand with the Allied troops and attacked the Germans, and from surrounding took over the Germans and captured them in. Like it says, he had two right hands. He used his left hand as powerful as the right hand, and came with all the nations, attacked the world. Now Hashem is taking on the world himself with all his koiches, not only with his hands, with all his mighty body, all his power, and people are trying to challenge the power of Hashem. It's not impossible, no matter how it is. He come in different forms, he come in different people, he come in different shapes. Hashem is and he has no limit to his power. And now is the time that Hashem is wiping out Amalek as well, taking care of, like people thought, whatever, that I was cursed them, such a time I wasn't behaving. It wasn't me. It was a Malach. Hashem sent a Malach to cover up for what I did. He sent a Malach to slash people's tires, to pay up Kiflik Flying. This probably was slash tires all around Lakewood. Pay up Kiflik Flying for all the things that they checked at Tzaddik. Even though I happened to walk by there and even noticed there was tires of slashed. And what Moshe eventually told me, revealed, I know from the Torah. Wherever there's a koyach of a shed, there's a koyach of a malach. The Moshe sends malachim around to fix up the problems of to pay back for tzaddikim. It's like it says, "V'him yivukashas nirdav." It's brought down in Kahalas. Baruch Shem is yivukashas nirdav, no matter what it is. Just like it says in the pasuk in Noach again. Pashas Noach. No matter what you do to a person, if you shave Adam in any certain way, his blood eventually be spilled. In other words, if an animal eats another animal, eventually his body will be eaten as well. Because the Dama Yishavich, he didn't deserve it. Hashem judges people left and right, and he takes care of the world and judges the world very fairly. You do something to someone, no matter what it is, eventually it's going to come out to you. And not only that, Hitler said on his deathbed to his people, to his children, Naftali Unger, David Unger, and Appels and all them, told them to continue doing all the tsaras, all the rishes, znus and imarba znus and the marba their mishkav to people, and keep track, but stay away from three people, Pel Mabakira, Makubal, and someone who reads minds, which is basically Rosh Chodesh, and Baruch Hashem, I'm all three of them, and it came to me, and I'm able to reveal all these things because Baruch Hashem lets me know all this. And now everybody in Shalom is going to bring within everything. Like it says, "V'daber alehim es kol dvar me'il aleimah." Noch yav lechad shizich u'me'es b'sayim v'yisvot. V'dashen in the Agoda, Anoichi Hashem, lo yadei malach, lo yadei sarv. V'yuchol himachayim al panay l'sas chofetz uchot mudash v'shmayim mal v'shpoles v'tachas Hashem ta'am v'shmayim v'tachas lo l'sashtach v'lahem v'savdin k'derchi yibiyah v'yoy v'lecha el kalei poiko v'novi someone shleishon b'im saying, no matter how much people go for generations, they're going to hand them for something that grandchildren did already. The grandchild did. And Midas Shemayim, yes. Midas Shemayim, a person can go to Gehenna for something that his great-grandchild does. Or for something that he caused someone else's great-grandchild to do. Even Mrs. Drama is Midas Shemayim. So think Kevin thinks he can go steal my van, thinks from my van, steal a razor from my van, and go break into my van every now and then. Or all the town appliance workers, they think they go wrong with the Mexican mob to mess me up, to try to steal things from me. Hashem sees that all. He knows everything what's going on. He can't play games. Hashem is media me to watch out. He's showing me left and right. He's showing me from day to day, no matter what it is. Hashem is watching everything. Just like Hashem lets me sleep with the Shem Avaya covering me to protect myself from all these mechsholim that they're trying to do on me. Hashem is watching me always. So Hashem Shabbos Katz, Shish Yom Tav, Sis Kom Techa, V'Yem Shvi Shabbos Yom Techa, Sas Kom Locha, Az Min Techa, Mincha V'Techa, Am Techa Mas Kom Techa, Gel Chashuv Techa, Shish Yom Mas Yom Shemaim, As Mas Yom Skosh Bam Yom Shi, Al Kei Meich Yom Shabbos Kashem. Now let's see, how many people are behind these psukim? How many Yidden are actually being Shoyim Shabbos? There are several Yidden being Shoyim Shabbos, but there are those who are pretending to be Yidden, and they're watching videos, they're watching me on videos on Shabbos, and they're watching other things on video. They're watching this on videos. They have the TVs going on in the house. They have the lights sometimes switching on and on off by their children in the house. There's no. I don't know how many people, how many Yidden are actually keeping Shabbos the way they're supposed to. There's a lot of people that mean Mechal Shabbos as well. What can I do? Let's get it done. I gotta keep a Shabbos as much as I can. I had a chance of Sekona, I got locked out. I had to bust the door open and fix the lock, but the Shino on Shabbos, which wasn't really, I said I'll bring a carbon for that, but I had to cut a splinter out of my hand, which is those two things, which, I'll bring a carbon at Hashem. The base Mikdash is built. So if someone's going to be Mvakish me now for that midah, for that thing, Hashem's going to pay him back, because you got to be judged at tzaddik. I have to get into my room to be able to eat, to learn, and to stay safe. Just in case there's an emergency, I have to use my phone, just in case of emergency for a solo call or something. So I had to bust my door open. change the lock, keep my door locked in, just in case anything happens, which wasn't totally done. It was done with a machine, it wasn't done with a regular tool. Nope, Hashem should be meichel me for that. I'll bring Hashem big a carbon for that. Eventually, just like the Tana said in Shabbos, that he used to be koira and with children in front of him with the light. He used to adjust the light, and he was a chal Shabbos mistake. He said, "I'll bring a koira carbon when he comes back for Tchias Mason." So too, Yatz Hashem, I'll bring a carbon for every avera that I done, and I chayz b'tshuva every single day, whatever I do. And I work on my midas every single day as well, as a person's every year they're supposed to be doing. And there's all this Yisur and the Torah, Makish Rameis, Rameis Yumas, Makish Rameis, Rameis Yumas, and depends which way you mark him, is Rameis Yumas. And then we say Chashefa Leisachaya, Chashefa Meim Rameis Yumas, because the person who's Chashefa is usually is boiled by Rameis Yumas, and like these people, these Rishon that from my ex-family eventually was taking away their relatives, so they should have less people to be boiled to have their Koyach HaTumah. So Hashem kills them out, they'll be totally powerless at their last moment for all the Averis they've done. There's been a certain person from 1670 43rd Street that was boiled, a certain person's wife, one of his neighbor's wife, and at the age of 53, he had to sit down on the couch and got sick because it says in Baruch Subis, Asur Nagor Ish Benachash Chafifa, that if a his wife is cheating on him and having it to do with other people, it's asur for him to live with her. And eventually, he passed away because he was living with her, because this person was being boiled. He was boiled several people on this block, and boiled several people. It's noble. Anyways, besides for that, Hashem is Magalami, all these people that he's boiled left and right. He's boiled on Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur, he doesn't go to shul, stays home. He does his boiled nida even. He watches me in Yom Kippur, staying home, trying to learn and trying to stay awake, and he's causing me tzaras that I should lose koyach to stay awake, then daven, I have to sleep during Yom Kippur. And last Yom Kippur, one of those Rishonim had his yeshiva, had make the own minyan, and he didn't even show up to the minyan. What was he doing? I was busy watching me, trying to harvey away, trying to stay awake and daven and fall asleep, because I had no koyach to stay awake through the tainus. That's what he was doing. And he was boil nida, and boil's nus. Once I was in shul, that's why I don't go to shul in Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur anymore. Because people come near me and disturb my davening and poke me, and sometimes there's one of those people that came over to me and poked me on Yom Kippur once to try to tickle me under my walls of Moshe Ben Esther. He passed away not too much afterwards. And not only that, there's another person one of those, Hitler was in a certain shul with me. I set up a seat in the shul. Dafka set up a seat right next to me and tried to disturb me. And while in Yom Kippur, he was going out to meet the ladies and to tell them to do certain things on top of me while I was in the shul davening. And I just picked myself up in the middle of davening and walked out of that shul. Baruch Hashem. So I'm kashing myself. I need to Hashem. Whenever I daven to Hashem, I daven to Hashem, and Hashem listens to me. I don't need to go to a shul. I have a kesher with the Rebbeinu Shalom. He even tells me certain things to be megal me sights left and right as I learn. Torah and Ister, there's a lot of drushes about that, especially when you speak Lashon Hara, you over in that as well. There's a lot of ways you can be over that Avera by causing someone to come to a certain Avera